certain instances, like they were too busy arguing in comms, like we are. Thanks. Are we unmuted now? Yes. So hi. Welcome to the stream. We were discussing interesting events that happened earlier. In any case, we are live here, about to get ready to start. It's going to be Ignite versus Kangorillaz, as you might be able to see. And this should be a good one. Over on the casting desk for us, it's me, Palidore, of course, here alongside Dash, and so much for subtlety on the cams. And, well, Dash, tell us what we've got to look forward to tonight.
Well, we got Kangos, and we saw him playing yesterday against Illuminati. That was a real tough loss for him. It was so close between both teams, but ultimately Illuminati took it. So now they're looking to bounce back with a win against Ignite, who another team just suffered a loss recently. You know, it was an odd loss, I heard. Some tech issues, but still, both teams looking to bounce back in this one. So I think Ignite, they definitely have a good offense. But to me, I think the real game decider might come down to the Kangos' defense. If they can pull off the defense, they might be giving Ignite too much trouble to even score.
Yeah, and we'll see how that plays a factor going into this one. We talked about it a little bit before we went on air as well. We think for Kangorilla's side of the floor, they, to me, have pretty much a complete offense when they can get it set. Now, there are periods where they might lose it and go away from it, but on the whole, if it's just Kangorillaz at the baseline level, I think they have a lot of good variation on their offensive setups and their approaches. They have whether it's for dunks, backboard shots, straight from the barrier, from the corners, the isolation plays, they have a lot of that. And not to take anything away from Ignite either, because they have been really strong on offense as well over the course of the season, and they have some good strikers on their team. But it's more so just a curiosity to see that if the defense from Kangorillaz, we know they have some strong defenders on Kango also, if Ignite can adjust and pull out some more varied offense and really involve their full team if necessary on the offensive line.
And this is just a minor detail, but it's definitely not a minor detail for the Kangos, because you're mentioning how good their offense is. And if you don't stop the Kangos before they get into the bubble, by the time they catch the disc and you go to punch them, it's like a bit of lag and a bit of just their awareness. They slap the disc into the goal, so you'll never have a chance to punch them as they get the disc. It's already gone. So it's a bit of a preemptive measure that you have to take against them.
Indeed, and now launch is off. Taken first by Kangorillaz, going off to Strembitsky on that approach. We see that immediate quick spacing, the immediate pass, Loveridge benefiting off that one. Good start.
I mean, they were just all over that field right there. You saw the quick passing, something we saw against Illuminati. It was just great passing from the Kangos, and they continue that, not even letting them set up their defense. All four of Kangos in there.
And in that play alone, they had so many options on offense, Kangos did. They had the first shot opportunity. They had a pass to the backboard, the pass on the first cutter. They got the second cutter. Strem could have taken it himself because they are bothering the goalies as well. So you don't even know for sure how the Kangos are going to approach that goal and shoot it, when they're going to shoot it until it happens, basically.
Oh, it was a good setup right there. But the Kangos with the quick chain, and now in France to take it in himself for the corner. What a shot.
Equally nice one on that. Strem in the chat was also complimenting in the player comms. Nice duck, and indeed, Franz just giving a dose of the old Strem buble. That's something he loves doing, ducking and diving in there for those goals on the those one-on-ones.
Ooh, look, there's a famous upside-down offense from the Kangos. And see how they're going to work up this disc. Now you have Mad going forward. Lover's trying to slow it down. He has Sealable behind him, maybe for a reset. But instead, he goes for a long pass that's cut off by far and a clear out. It's going to bounce not too favorably as Leverage gets some recovery, but then a weird pass back to the hands of Strem. What a read.
And Sealable back gets a nice little tap off for the boost. Might buy him that goal, but no, VTS is there in time. That was good. Heady play there. Sealable, maybe if he took it about half a second sooner, but he had to readjust, so it's going to be a turnover.
Oh, nice punch by France to get out of that little situation. and as a reset it to King, who's also a little bit covered. See a little bit of lacking separation here, but somehow gets it through to far. And now there's a good separation, but Mad with a great chain cleared back and forth. Now ping pong like.
And some boost coming through. There was a light leech there, but still getting there first. It's going to be Wolf. Wolf getting to Franz, but stolen out of his hands. Loveridge is going to be on the back there and slicing it from that corner attack. Loveridge the 2 and Kangorillaz up 2.
And Loveridge was just there at the perfect time, getting that snag before he could even clear the disc. And that's just a little unfortunate. I didn't know if maybe Ignite could have dove on Loveridge because they all kind of just sat in goal like flat-footed. Nobody dove on Loveridge, gave him some free real estate right there.
Quick note to subtlety. I think the round counts are 1-1 right now, so just do a little -1 on both of those, and we're good. Now off to Far. Far is going to miss that grab on the bottom. It's going to be Loveridge the recollect, dishing it off to Mad, and Mad's going to get the clear before brawling there with Franz, and off to the other side it goes. It has a multitude of punches go out in the back line. Taken now, VTS King in that tunnel. Finds Far, but cut off. Strembitsky, nice position. And now dishing it to the back where the stack might be able to recover that. And they will. Backboard it goes. Sealable bag, the 2.
And King had a leech on the Kango's chain right there. I thought he was going to be there for the backboard shot because Sealable, I don't think he noticed that there was a leech. So he kind of took a slow backboard, I thought. But King maybe just getting there a second too late.
Yeah, and also +1, Navid, the assist on the streak, by the way. Okay, so Wolf 23 gonna take that deep pass that sails past his teammate, and will be Strem there on the other end to tap it back. Oh, but both teammates overshooting that for Kango. They'll still get the recovery off the short boost, and on the other end, an awaiting Franz there for Ignite to dish it back, and some quick back and forth passing to avoid the defense as it goes into the tunnel. And on the approach, Far going bottom and then backing it out to the outer edge of the bubble before walking it in, and Strem the save and the recollect. Mad.
I love that reaction by Matt to save his teammate after he got punched. So it's such a tough situation. You try to get the disc out, but it's like, who's going to get it next if you just slap it down at the ground? The last thing you want to do is throw it back into the hands of an offender or Ignite player, just waiting there, maybe picking up a 3.
So now backing it out to the stack, so Loveridge will get it boost off of Mad, and now Sealable will try to find Mad. It's a little bit astray on that pass. On the other end, there's one retreating into goal. Strembitsky getting stunned all the meanwhile. And now Franz is going to take that one, avoid Sealable, try to avoid that tunnel turnover as well as stacks come on through for Kangorillaz. And one faster even from Ignite.
Ooh, King, what a great shake, and he's going to get that point in. Wow. I think he had somebody on him. What great moves by King to just work it around that. 2 defenders, really.
King, the great effort there to cause a turnover. There were 2 Kangos there, but King knew what to do. He found the 2. So now rolling out, perhaps unexpectedly this time, it's going to be Kangorillaz. They thought they had that one in the pocket, but instead it's going to sail back towards that mid area and then back into the actual pocket down low where there's 2 players for Ignite on the other end for the grab and the intercept as Kango retreats into goal for their defense.
So maybe a bit of a rush passing from the Kangos results in the turnover a late game, and this might be the break that Ignite needs, but instead Matt's going to pick it up, maybe get a long clear. But the chain's there for Ignite. Look how fast they are to get to this disc. But Kango's yeah, you're right. They're right there.
Everyone overshot as a result, looking for each other more so than the disc, and I don't blame them. There was some tight-knit gameplay up there in the close quarters as a pass rather goes off that corner, dove upon by BTS, finds the clear, and then into the hands of Wolf. Wolf taking from deep and lining that up. Absolutely. The shot made by Wolf, and we know how deadly he is from that range.
I saw the clear. I thought it was a clear at first, but Wolf was there, and I was like, oh, wow, what a great pass. And then I noticed that he was on the same line as the last defender. And yeah, Wolf has just been on fire this whole season, really. I've never seen him miss maybe like more than 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, I know he's not been present for every Ignite match. Ignite does have a multi-man roster, 5 at least, if not 6. I think it's 5. But nonetheless, every time we have seen Wolf, you're right, I don't remember him missing a shot. Now that one is going to be off and dinging off Oh man, but he's just deadly from that range, and he's been that way for quite a long time now.
Yeah, with Ignite, everything they need to win this round, if they can just maintain possession, just maybe get a couple more insurance goals. Far, ooh, just barely dodging that stun. And nice handoff to the king. Do you see that?
I
Great
did.
handoff to keep the momentum. Now Fran's forward,
Oh,
almost taking a 3. Now Far trying
oh
to
no,
contest this.
tunnel!
Oh, no, Far with the rush shot. That was a good opportunity to just buy some insurance. And now instead there's an open goal for Strem. He's going to take it. And that's online. Oh, so
Oh
close. I
man.
actually thought it was online. But
I mean, that had a great chance at it. It looked good. Now maybe this one looking good on the pass, looking good on the juke, and that will be the oop.
this is just a huge missed opportunity for Far right there, or Ignite, because Far had that disc. It was a mistake on the side of Kango's. They went into the tube with the disc and it got shaken like that. And then he rushed his shot on an open net, I think. And man, now they're down by 1 instead of being up by 1 with only 145 left in the match.
Speaking of rushing, that was some impressive ping-ponging from that Kango's stack there. Might cause a turnover. No, flung into the goal. Saved, though, by Strembitsky. Finds the clear.
And
That's
another
stacked from
rush
Kango's.
shot.
Now on the approach, a nice stun out from Strem. Mishandles it, though, so far is able to get that, but in the back line, it will be Mad there, defending that middle clear zone. And now on the approach, sealable bag once more. Strembitsky diving and Mad on the back line. Strembitsky finding that disc in his favorite corner and then going in. Maybe gonna be converged on, collapsed upon by all those defenders. 3 Ignite players just suffocating Strembitsky on that one.
I was getting a little panicky right there. I saw him pull the moves on everybody, and I was like, oh no, if he gets this one in, it's gonna be so heartbreaking.
So 1 point game now, less than a minute left. Kango's with that lead. They're holding on by just a thread, that 1 point thread, that is to say, and maybe looking for a boost here. They're going to get there fast, but hit some islands on the other side. Not collected, actually, but a nice redirect there from Loveridge is able to collect that for Kango's, and again, backing it out, finding their patience with 30 seconds left and a 1 point advantage.
This is make it or break it time for Ignite. They gotta shake it and shake it now. And all I need is 2, so just anything works right now. Probably just be worth just throwing all your players at this point. With only 19 seconds, it has to be. You have to get the turnover, then the boost, and then the score.
Yeah,
And
at this point, Ignite wants to consider just leaving the goal, or at least trying to man mark harder.
there it
Because see,
is.
look at there, right there. They didn't force the clear, but because they were so deep into the goal with their other players, they didn't really have time to get to the other end for a finishing shot. So Kango's will take round 1, 8-7.
And that was such a nice opportunity. It's just unfortunate how the clear went into the top pocket like that, and all the Kangos got back. So just goes back to that one opportunity where just maybe a little bit of patience could have saved Ignite. You know, with that, whenever they had the lead, Far could have put 2 more, have a 3-point lead. It would have at least given them breathing room. But you know, 1 point games, nobody ever has any breathing room.
True enough. We've seen an awful lot of these games lately. Today, especially, there were some of them we were talking about before the stream went live. Even that Blast and Toxic Units match they were all close. The first 2 rounds were super close games. Earlier on, we had Atlas Megacorp as well. They had an excellent game versus refresh my memory. Flare, yes, and Flare actually came away with that series, but the count there in the first round was 10-9 in their favor, then 10-8. I mean, a lot of close games between week 2 and 3.
Yeah, just been great games and great matchups. Still, just like Illuminati versus Kangos last night, and we have Kangos versus Synergy soon. I mean, sorry, Synapse soon. That's gonna be a good one. Synapse is undefeated. Well, I think they had to take the week off.
They took a week off, but nonetheless, I know that's been an anticipated match, and we'll finally perhaps get it this week. It looks like it will be the case. And rolling out now, Strembitsky, sealable, back out, and we'll see if they come out with the same kind of intensity, if they make some adjustments and maybe pull away here a little bit. But the defense intensity, actually, from Franz and Ignite looking good there, looking for the fast boost as well, and maybe the first 2 points of this round.
Ooh, man, he just missed the read on that disc. Now, Wolf does have an opportunity to reset it. Maybe set up a real good attack. Now far with the 1v1. Starting off early. Strikes first blood.
I think the overlay needs to switch to match, I'm being told, by the stream chat, perhaps.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Subtlety. Please save us.
Sorry, Naven, no refunds on your bits. Rip you. Anyways, over to the Kangorillaz side. It's going to be Mad there getting the disc. And then dishing it over to Loveridge to find Sealable. Right back to Loveridge. These two, well familiar with each other. They were part of the original Kangorillaz way back in 2017. So you can see this 1-2 punch of a passing play, but cannot finish on the goal. That was otherwise beautiful.
Maybe
but could not finish.
Sorry about that. The pass got to him a little too late, and you saw he had to take the shot almost behind his back. That's why he dinged it.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a tough catch, but still, that two-man game up and down the floor was Loveridge to Seal, Seal to Loveridge, Loveridge to Seal, Seal to Loveridge. Not an unusual sight, but always an aesthetically pleasing sight. Just watching that team play, that two-man game. And now Franz is going to take that, dish that to VTS King for Ignite. It's tied up 2-2 early on here in the second round. Backing it to the mid area, where Kangos will try and cause a turnover, maybe successfully. No, because it's dragged out by Franz. And then to the opposite corner.
It's just a bit of miscommunication on these passes. It's the second one they've missed, almost in a row. And hopefully now they can get them down.
Oh.
But a great snag from Strem, and now passing it over to Loveridge. Loveridge has a forward pass. Hits Mad. Seal. Now the other forward pass, he's going to have to back it out. As Strem now is probably going to slow it down. He has Mad. He has options. Instead opts to reset it. Now Loveridge. Seeing
so
Sealable on the cross.
Finding that cross, and then going to be intercepted by VTS, who also finds a clear on that one. Some good hands, but some good brawls. Fist as well. Not only the steals, but we're seeing some punches going through. Now, a little mishandling of the disc, but Loveridge will still collect that one and find Sealable in that side wall as the defense approaches from Franz. And now also trying to cut off that lane, but Sealable bag receives the pass and tries to find the bounce one, unable to, at least off the first attempt, but Strem will recollect, redistribute, go down low, and then back into his own hands as it goes into the goal, but saved VTS.
And just a bit of a miscommunication on these passes from the Kangos now. First it was, oh wow, what a read from Mad and to reset, but look who's there. It's not a Kangos player.
Oh,
it's
Strem! What?
Okay, my bad. I thought that was game over for that point for Kangos, but I was proven wrong.
I think we all did. That looked like an open one, and Strem just taking a leap of faith, not literally, but his hands just stuck out there and like magic. He somehow found that disc and trying to find the goal. VTS can't line up the open one. Maybe a rebound, though, his own rebound. Gonna go in, and then the two. So some consolation points. Couldn't get the three, but the good second chance effort will find them the two nonetheless.
Yeah, tough missing that three in an open net. He had all the time in the world. I don't think even whenever he shot it and dinged away, nobody was even in the bubble. But honestly, I don't know how he got that rebound with three people defending at that point, still getting the goal.
Yeah, well, that second chance hustle. Hustling and bustling down the floor. It's going to buy you a lot of opportunities if you have that kind of floor awareness, that concentration to never give up on the play, and he did not there. Now, Sealable, nice touch pass, Strembitsky now for the 2 points and the tie.
And that was a long pass that I think should have either been intercepted or they should have just gone for Strem's head at that point, because he had all the time in the world to make that catch and then cross it back into the goal.
And maybe catching the defense off guard was just how quick it wasn't the pass itself didn't fly, but it was just the tap pass of it. Sealable received that, and it was out of his hands before he even actually held it. It was just kind of a slap. And now going to far in that bottom corner, and he's going to be dove upon as this pass goes up to the backboard, resetting on that corner, and then to the outer bubble to Franz.
Almost having an opportunity with only two people, and now as he gets stunned, he gets the shot through. And now pulling ahead by 2 is Ignite.
2 points, but just 2 points. So far this game, both rounds, seemingly trading goals back and forth. No one's pulling ahead by extreme numbers quite yet. It's competitive as advertised.
Almost a reflection of the first game, 6-4 about 4 minutes in. I think that was about the same. Ooh, looks like a missed pass. This is going to allow Far an opportunity to get one more attack. Ooh, but Seal almost snuck up on Franz right there.
This is some fantastic defense from Kang. That man marking in the tunnel, they're going to rearrange now to collect on defense there. But I was very impressed by, even though it didn't force the turnover, that was still nice collapsing on the whoever had the disc at any given time.
Now Kangos get a chance to clear. It's not going to be super clear, so Leverage has to clear it once more. He will, and the chains looks like they're getting held up from the Kangos, so it's going to be Ignite. So good job on Ignite for holding up that back chain, because it really could have hurt them.
Yeah, that's always vital, and well, trying to look for some vital signs of life. If they can make that shot, they cannot. Still recollecting is Mad on the front, and sends it to the back to Sealable Bag, where he's going to be contested now by the Ignite defense. You can see Ignite trying to close off any of those mid-range passes near the barrier, but unsuccessfully so, because Mad is going to find Strem in his corner up there, and he knows exactly where to go. Doesn't need a GPS to find the goal on that one.
Now, it was a great dive on Mad. Had he been the shot, it would have worked, but Mad, knowing better, took an extra pass, and that allowed Strem that easy 2-pointer.
That's what makes them so dangerous. It's, as I said, they have all these different angles they can take shots from. So many different opportunities. You never quite know which shot's going to be the one that actually is a shot and not just another pass for an even better looking goal. That's a danger of Kango.
Yeah, just the passing. They've been leading each other so perfectly. And that itself is just so dangerous. And now an open net for France. It's going to bounce. Oh, so close. I thought he had it right there.
I was right on the edge. Yeah, so close. Those ones always hurt a little bit extra.
And now 2 minutes left in this game, and it's tied up. This is a real close one. It's about who makes that first mistake. It's going to call
Leverage
now. That a little too close for comfort right there, but Sealable to work it out in a safer manner.
Yeah, so, I don't often expect that from Leverage. All the jukey stuff. I thought it was Trem for a second, but now, the punch is coming in from Mad, trying to go up ahead, but some punches right back. That was almost going to be a nice goal for him, but still getting the clear. Now some fast boosts. You can feel the blood pressure rising, the intensity rising in the back line. Strembitsky receiving that, denying it, trying to calm the team down. Finds Sealable Bag on the other side. Leverage as well up in front. That stack getting back on the defense for Ignite. And now with a minute and a half left, less than that in fact, you can feel those goosebumps now. It's coming in for these players, no doubt, because it is for me.
And now it looks like this might be a good drive to finish it off. Now Kangos with everything they need to claim the series. They can just keep a back line, which they have been. I think Strem has been the back line right now, making sure no stray clears go in.
That was a good one there from Sealable Bag, distributing to Strem. And with the 2-point lead, it is not out of the woods yet for either team. Nothing conceded or definitive quite yet, as this clear goes into the bubble for Kango, and they're going to be able to recover that. There's still 40 seconds. We know the defensive from Ignite has tightened up a bit in this second round, and they can still cause a turnover here, but they're going to need to start acting quickly. And that one might be the opportunity if they can get a little bit of a boost. The backline stack a little bit late. And same with that one, just a little bit past them. So Kango's looking to take this round 2 victory, perhaps, with one more definitive stamp on it. Strembitsky will put that away.
There comes a time whenever you just need to play aggressive, and I think that was a time that Ignite maybe needed to play almost out of their bubble. But keeping the guy in goal, you lose by 2, you lose by 3, or 3 more, like any score at all was going to make you lose at that point. You needed to shake it. So
they almost had a couple grabs, but what I noticed in the back line is Ignite did have the 2-man near that mid area kind of roaming, but basically 2 different times they were just a little bit late, like just by 1 to 2 seconds, where they could have had an intercept or a steal. but just because of the slight delay on the boost and the stack, Kango's managed to maintain control, and that's kind of what cost them there. And yeah, you're right. In those situations, you just gotta find other opportunities, leave the bubble, because worst case scenario, you lose anyways, but you at least give yourself a good chance causing something if you just play right up front in those last 30 or so seconds.
Yeah, sometimes you leave the goal open. It's super risky. I can understand why most people would just be like, that's questionable. It is. But sometimes they look at it's like, oh, there's an open net. If I can just get past this guy. But then comes a factor is that you have to not only get around this guy, but then make a great shot. So there's room for error.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's a chance they should have taken.
Yeah, and just later into the rounds, as you said too, it's worth it a little bit more, especially when it's just a one-goal game. And just real quick too, taking a look, it's Strembitsky with the leading 8 points for the Kangorillaz. Leverage not far behind with 6. And then over on Ignite's side, 4 apiece for Far and BTS, but their whole team contributing points. And now maybe contributing some for Kangos, but no, the stack stunning out Sealable Bag will result in a turnover.
A great speed from Ignite, and I think that's been kind of like their game right now. Not really so much of that under the goal offense that I thought I would see. More of just the speed and great passing from both teams. Now Wolf crossing forward for a backboard. Nice.
Backboard, but nothing boring about that one. That was great. Look, smooth work up the floor, and they will buy themselves the first 2 points. And you can see the, well, I can see the people in the Twitch chat here enjoying this game. It's definitely been a good one. Kangos, yeah, they won the series, but man, has it been close, as has been the case with a lot of these games today. Mentioning that earlier, but it's very good to see. It makes for even more pleasant casting.
Yeah, I love these back and forth games. Oh wow, what a pass, but what an intercept from King, and now another opportunity to score, pick up 2 more is King, and he will, even though he was covered completely, he just slides it by.
Did a smooth little slide to find himself with an angle on the goal. Gladly dumped that one in, dumped it in. And going out now, Kangorillaz. They're going to be on the advantage on Joust here, but down by 4. Still plenty of time left in this 3rd round.
You see the Kangos like to back it up really far, and I think it's been I think with Strem as QB even is he'll always bounce straight to the ceiling. It was always super tough to get a hold of him. You almost had to just wait there and see what they did. So I like how Kangos kind of take command from the beginning, not allowing any of the defense to really feel in control. And now Sealable with a 1v1 opportunity. He can have a cross, and looks like he's just going to ding it, but it's still going to be in the hands of Kango. A reset available. Leverage now. Just missing his mark on Strem. Allows for a huge clear. Whoa. Yeah, there it is. Good clear.
Even like a nice boost here from Ignite. Looks like Wolf will plant himself on the island just to avoid the overshoot, but playing that mid lane, trying to create an intercept, but Sealable Bag's still going to get that one. Dish one over to Mad quick enough, and will not be in, however. It's a missed opportunity there as well, but it was a kind of a tight and awkward angle there from the bottom of the barrier, and trying to slice through now in the recovery is Kangorillaz, so they'll have another shot after this clear and boost.
Yeah, so again, the great speed by Kangos is buying them all these opportunities despite, dinging a bit, losing possession. The disc is getting cleared. Ignite hasn't gotten the chain. I think it's going to hurt him, especially on right there is, you get great saves, great stops, but if you don't have the recovery, what's it all for? They're just going to come right back.
And back they did. So it's going to be the first 2 for Kangos. 6:40 left in this one. Only down by 2 as Ignite launches out. And yeah, I am pretty impressed too by the redirect stacks by Kango. So it's not just that they're boosting fast, but on several of these, they're holding on long enough to be patient with it, find kind of a redirect to track that disc as it flies on the floor. And now some options on the passing lane, and they'll buy a wide open one for Sealable Bag thanks to Leverage.
Yeah, it looked like Ignite almost had the recovery too, and They had the chain, almost had a leech on Kango's chain. And just great punches by Kango's allowed for that open net. So many options, like you said. They actually could have taken a 3 if they wanted to, but, you know, get the sure points, tie up the game.
Yeah, why not? Just match this pace we're seeing right now, trying to hold themselves together, be composed, and Kangos are quite frequently good at that. Granted, Ignite has also shown that great composure historically too, especially in recent weeks. And that's partly why we find this game so even and comparatively lower scoring, because both these teams are so well collected and patient on their attacks and on the defense. And that's exactly why it's 4-4 with about 5:20 left in this one.
Oh, opportunity for Wolf. A long shot. Oh no! Looks like Leverage was there, but he didn't turn around in time. Now finally a huge lead. I say huge lead, but because in tight games like this,
yeah,
3 points is a huge lead.
Huge in the context of a game where only 8 points have been scored total in the round up until that one. So indeed, big goal with under 5 minutes left to go. It's gonna be, looks like on the other end. Yeah, delivered to Strambitsky. He's gonna go with a soft serve to Sealable, and Sealable with the wheelable shot into the goal. And well, there you go. 1 point game once again based off that.
I want to say that was a big ouch for VTS. I saw him dive out, and it looks like he stopped on the block. I don't know if he was trying to reach out for the disc because Sealable dropped it behind him for a second. And instead, he grabbed the block. Oh, man. That one looked like it kind of hurt.
No, that almost near intercept, but Wolf still collects it for Ignite. Another deep cross to Far. Far will have the open goal and make the open goal. That's a 4-point lead. Important one. Kangos were right on track to save that potentially, but just enough speed on that shot.
Far's been super good about just getting through. He always seems to have open nets, at least whenever I play against him or with him. He's just there. And I was surprised that Kango, you know, as close as the game is, they left that goal open for him.
And Far finding himself with 7 points, as well as a game-high 42 stuns at the moment. Loveridge going to take over the disc and play that patient game. They have 3.5 left. They need to make up 4-point deficit, which is certainly possible, but that makes it a little tough. Sailing past an unforced error there, but Kangorillaz still might get back. They're lucky, and it looks like that will be the case. Strambitsky on that corner, but another missed pass, so a little bit of disarray, maybe from Kangos, but they still have someone awaiting in the back line that's mad, giving them the second and third opportunity at the goal.
Yeah, now look at the defense from Ignite just getting set up. It's making Kangos take these extra passes, and they're missing them. So great defense by Ignite to force these mistakes.
And so yet again, they'll have, now this is their 4th opportunity at offense, I think, for Kangos. Ignite unable to clear it through the mid area. And going back, some extra sauce on some of these passes and extra sauce on that hot shot from Stram. 2-point game once again.
They finally decided to just go in and hope for the best. Sometimes that's all you can do. And if you're fast enough, like I said before, the Kangos, if you let them get the pass in the bubble, it's big probability they're going to score because they just slap it into the goal. They don't even give you time to punch them or even snag it from their hand. It's just in their hand.
Yeah, and right now, Kango's benefiting off the 11-8 assist differential over Ignite. So the passes, even though they got a little bit scrambled there, did Kango. It was definitely on point for that last one. And now another grab from Sealable, but taken right back, and Loveridge is going to eventually wind up with that in the clear. First on the stacks is Ignite, but Kango's not far behind. Overshoot might be a tied game as a result as it goes off the back, but denial by VTS. Saying, try again, come back another day, as that disc floats away through the mid-line.
And great patience by King to almost like fake a dive and baited out that backboard, and he was still there. Was not phased by that at all. And now Leverage to Sealable, trying to tie up the game. Back to Seal. Now cross low, there's opportunities. Now Mad's maybe going to go for a dunk. He is trying to run interference with the goalie, and instead, Trem is just going to windmill his way in there for tie game.
Strem with the up fake, the down fake, the side fake. But make no mistake, because a goal he did take for the tie. And that is huge for Kangorillaz in this final minute. And I really like, even before the moves, before the jukes, before the dunk, the great patience. Strem got it on that bottom corner, that elbow area, and he didn't rush anything. He bided his time. Now, though, maybe a one-on-one, but softly on that shot because of the stun. Beautifully done.
And now look who's there. It's the Kangos, almost all of them. Oh, looks like Ignite also has maybe a chance to shake it. Wolf is there. Oh, luckily that bounced where it did because somebody was waiting there for that shot or clear. Now it's going to bounce low,
Oh,
far
another
with
one
an
for
opportunity.
One of those
But
ones.
here maybe, yeah, Ignite should probably slow this one down as much as they can. Instead they go under. We've been waiting to see it because they do it so well. And they pull it out at the last few seconds. And I don't know if Kangos can even come back on this one. Maybe they'll have like 3 seconds out of the goal.
Yeah, no, that will be an absolutely clutch shot there to take the third round, consolation or not. That is good from Ignite, and they're going to go home a little bit more happy, implying that they're not already playing at home, but you know how it goes. That was fantastic comeback from Ignite. A good win solidly from Kangorillaz in 2 tight-knit games, but Ignite just coming back to show that they still got some stuff in the tank.
No, definitely with these high caliber teams, all it takes is just one mistake to, win or lose. So, I mean, both teams played amazing. It was great passing from both sides, great chaining. Everything was so good. The defense was just on point. It's just, like I said, at this level, one mistake is all it makes. And
Yep,
it
and
looks like Kangos was a little bit more consistent tonight.
well, if you look at like the team stats as well, just doing pretty good on the team stats that really count for those extra opportunities. I mean, 12 to 9 assist differential, not huge, but just enough for those few extra goals, and 9 saves to Ignite's 5, and some of those were very good. Obviously, each save huge in these kind of situations, and the stun count just about even though, and possession time actually heavily in favor of Kangorillaz also, considering about 9 minutes to 11, so full 2 minutes more of possession, but just great all around. Strempitsky, the highest scorer for Kangos with a 14, and dishing 3 assists as well. Mad 3 assists. Then over on the Ignite side, much more even differential you're seeing on the scoring end. Far, BTS, Wolf with 7, 8, and 8 respectively. Franz, the 2 points, but 5 assists. So he had a heavy hand in helping out his team score those above points.
I just don't have much else to say in terms of what went wrong, because the teams, like I said, they played
Honestly,
near perfect, I feel.
well, yeah, honestly, when you're talking about that kind of score differential, what you can point at little individual things here and there, but how much can you actually say that, oh, they went so wrong here that, they woulda, coulda, shoulda, but it was all within the normal margin of mistakes. There were those times towards the end of the first couple rounds where we said maybe Ignite should have been a bit more aggressive on the defense those final 30 seconds or so. But, at the end of the day, when you have each game only won by 1 goal, 1 or 2 goals, it's hard to just say that, one or 2 things went differently. It could have been Ignite taking the series, basically. So it was well played and an enjoyable watch, I do think, and it looks like the chat agrees. And Duel8 actually subscribing with Twitch Prime just as well, so thank you, much appreciated. But as teams start to file out and disperse, go on about their days, take their showers, and eat their dinner, congratulations to Kangorillaz, tonight's winner.
I saw that one coming. I was already imagining it in my head, but
Yeah, I laid it out just nicely paced there. I figured to just throw a softball to end the night. Don't have to go hard with the bars on this anymore. We're calming it down. So hopefully everyone at home enjoyed that, enjoyed the stream, enjoyed the game. That was a fun watch. Appreciate everyone in there in the chat commenting, staying on top of it, with the bits, with the subs, all of the above. See, that one was a little bit more quick. Anyway, I've been Palidore. So much for Subtlety's been on cams, and Dash, the master analyst, and now play-by-play as well. Happy to do it side by side, finding our stride. See, I did it again. And we're going to go into another successful night of VRML preseason. So until next time, no games scheduled for Wednesday yet. So we'll check back on that. But otherwise, join us on Thursday and we'll be back for some more for sure. I've been Palidore. That's been Dash. Again, so much for subtlety on cams. Thank you and good night.